Being productive doesn't have to be overwhelming, and neither does Notion. If you're anything like me at the start of my productivity journey, you're probably super lost and super confused and stuck in the how to create phase of creating your own templates on Notion. And because you're stuck in that how to create phase, you're having a hard time trying to get productive to even begin with. And for those of you who don't know what Notion is a productivity tool that helps you sort everything out. It's like a second brain. You can sort lists out, like maybe idea lists or books you want to read, the progress of the book that you're reading, and if you're completed with it. This is the place where you can store meeting notes, where you can create your own flows and plans of actions. Notion is an amazing productivity tool and it is free, so I definitely recommend to check it out. Let's take a look into my easy to use Notion template. Also, feel free to download it for free. Use it however you'd like by clicking on the link in the description below. All right, so here is an overlook of my entire productivity template, which is again linked down in the description below if you want to go ahead and use this. And I'm just going to give you a very quick tour of what Notion looks like on the interface. So this is the page that I use on a daily basis. If I go ahead and hover over the left-hand side where there's like three little lines, it will extend out a side menu. The side menu will show you all the templates that you have. So I have my own wiki, I have my own productivity template, I have a social media content planner, my blog template, and then also a course that I'm taking. This is where I take all the notes and do all of my homework. So as you can see here at the top, we have a cute little emoji of a coffee cup, and then also the title of my template, which says productivity. If I hover over on the left-hand side, you can see that this is the emoji and the title that pops up. So whatever you want to name it, if you want to name it Bob's Page or my daily task list, you can go ahead and change it. And not only will it change here, it will change at the top right over here, and then it will change in the sidebar. But we'll go ahead and just change it back to productivity. And you can also change your emoji. So if you want to go ahead and change the emoji, you can select on the icon itself, and then you have three different options. You have the emoji option, the icon option, and then a custom option where if you've created your own type of icon, you can actually upload it here, but we'll go ahead and leave it as is. And then we have our cover. So the cover right now I just have it as something random, but you can actually hover over on the right-hand side and change cover right here. If you click here, you have four options. You can simply select something that Notion already offers. There's a whole bunch of different photos in this gallery. You can upload your own, and then you can link a photo here as well. And then we also have Unsplash. Unsplash is basically different photos taken by different users that you can utilize. So if I wanted to change it to one of these cookies that are populating for some reason, I can go ahead and use these. But you could actually search for an image. So let's say I put productivity. I can go ahead and change it to one of these. So once you select whatever one you want, you can actually reposition it because this is all it's going to show in the banner. On the right-hand side, you can click on reposition, and then you can drag the image to wherever you want to see the image. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it right here and then save the position. And that's how you change the cover. So there's the cover, the emoji, and the title of your page. And then we have the top section of my Notion template. So we're going to start on the left-hand side. On the left-hand side, we have three toggles. So we have inspiration, we have goals for the month, and then we have focus of the week. So my goals for the month are they're determined pretty early on. So usually a few days before we go into the next month, I will have my goals set out for what I want to accomplish for that month. So for example, this week I'm going to have to determine what I would like to reach for or what my goals are for July. So what I love about the toggle situation or the toggle option is that we're able to actually clean it up by closing it off. And by closing it off, everything just looks very simple, sleek, clean, and it's not overwhelming with so much text. But if we were to open up the toggles, you can see that there is a bunch of text here. So for inspiration, you can put a quote, you can put in a photo, you can put in anything that will give you that small spark of motivation, especially on your productivity list where you have a task list to do. If you want to change this, you're more than welcome to. It doesn't have to be inspiration. You can change it to topic of the day or maybe quote of the day or Maybe you just want to delete altogether, but for me, I have inspiration, so I can put in whatever I want here that will give me that small bit of motivation. And then we have goals for the month. So my goals for the month are established under this toggle right here. I keep it as simple as possible, but I usually have about 3 goals a month. And then I have my focus of the week. So obviously this changes every single week. I usually change it Monday mornings or sometimes Sunday nights. But this is basically what is the main goal. So if you did not accomplish anything throughout the week, what is one thing that you really want to focus on that will move the needle forward? If there is anything that you did not accomplish, the focus of the week should be the one thing that you accomplish. And that's how we determine what that is. In the middle here, we have a little play button, and this is just a chill vibes, lo-fi song. So if you play it, you can play it as you read through your to-do list. Underneath the play button, I have 3 menu items, and this is basically just a reminder of what I need to do in my daily life or what I want to be. So this actually goes hand in hand. So identity. Identity is what you are trying to transition into. What does your highest self look like? What are you trying to achieve? So, for me, under identity, if we were to toggle this open, it is a simple statement of who I'm transitioning into or what I want to be. So it says here, elegant millionaire woman who inspires others and leads with grace and compassion. And now with processes is basically the action or the steps that you have to take on a daily or weekly basis to either equate to the identity that you want to assume or to take the steps in the direction of becoming that identity. So for processes, this looks like mind to muscle, intentional daily workouts, dressing to impress, challenging myself, facing my fears, being positive, having good etiquette, investing my money, not saving it, and then always making time for the ones I love. So those are the processes that I have to do on a daily or weekly basis. And those are the actions that basically equate to the identity that I'm trying to assume. And then the outcome. So what does that look like? Once you've assumed the identity that you were trying to achieve and you have the processes going on a daily or weekly basis, what does your life look like? Now for outcome, I put owning 10 homes, renting them out, owning a Mercedes Benz and a Porsche, traveling for business whenever I would like, etc., etc. If you want to figure out your identity and the processes and outcome that equates to that, I'll be happy to make a video on it. Just go ahead and comment your 5 favorite emojis in the comments down below. Now on the right-hand side, I have a little sticky note. It's super cute because it's super simple, and this is basically my reminders list. And as you can see, I toggle them as well. With urgency or with urgent, if you toggle it down, these are the things that I have to basically put top of mind that I have to remember that I have to do as soon as possible. And then I have standby. Standby is pretty much a task list of things that I need to eventually do, but it's not urgent. And I just want to remind myself that I need to do these eventually. And with standby, this is also a good area for me to just brain dump tasks that come to mind. So if I'm on the go and I have just my phone, then I can pull it out and then add to my task list here, and then organize it later into my week if I need to. Middle here, I have 2 quotes. These 2 quotes just speak to my soul and I love them so much. So the first one is, the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. And then we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are by Max Dupree. You're more than welcome to change it to quotes that you would like to see every single day, or you can change it weekly, or if there's something else you want to input here, like Bible verses or just reminders to yourself that will basically inspire you on a daily basis when you come back to this, then I recommend to do so. But these are the quotes that I swear by. Now we have our favorite part of my template, which is the daily tasks. Now on the right hand side, you can see there's 3 little things here. I have trash, I have template, and then I have need to reschedule. I will come back to this after I explain my daily tasks here, but I use these very frequently. Now, you can see here that you don't see anything except for important, self-care, work, YouTube, and blog. And the reason being is because I like to keep things as simple and clean as possible, because if there's too much going on, if there's long lists, if there's long descriptions, if there's a lot of text, then for me, subconsciously, that's very overwhelming, and that actually might get me to not use my template. So by having it super simple and having it to where I don't have to scroll too much, it keeps it clean and it actually entices me to use it more. So these are basically categories for my list. So any to-do tasks that I have, I usually have it categorized in under one of these. This is actually manually synced to my Google Calendar. So if we check out my Google Calendar, you can see on the left-hand side, I have self-care, YouTube, blog, work. If we look at it over here, it's basically the same thing. And under important, that's anything that's a priority, anything that I need to remember at the top of the day. It also includes any appointments that I have for the day or any events that's going on for that day. As you can see here, it all matches up with my calendars on Google Calendar. Now, if you want to check out how I actually organize my Google Calendar with all of my calendars here and how I schedule everything out, then go ahead and check out my video from last time. I pretty much work with my Google Calendar and my productivity template hand in hand. Now, you don't have to do it like this, but this is how I do it. Pretty much, I have my certain focus or certain time block in a certain period of time. So as you can see right now, we're in a YouTube focus time block. And with YouTube focus, I am focused solely on YouTube only, nothing else. I'm not focused on what am I going to do for dinner or my blog or work or learning material. I'm focused only on YouTube. And then when I go to my productivity sheet, you can see here that I have a YouTube category. And when I toggle this open, it gives me the list of things that I have to complete. And then I have my long form content and short form content. Obviously, if you're not a YouTuber, you can change this to whatever work that you're doing. But anything that I need to focus on under YouTube, it will be here. The reason why I love this is because if I have just a list of things to do, then it's just a list of things to do. And sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. By having it categorized and having it to where I can toggle it open and close, it allows me to focus only on YouTube. Whereas if I have all of these open all at once, my attention is going to go all over the place. My attention span is really short. So I want to make sure I'm only focusing on what I'm supposed to be focusing on. And right now that's supposed to be YouTube. So I will only have the YouTube category open and then I will work on these tasks. I will complete them. And then if I'm done before my time block is over, then awesome. I can go ahead and move on to the next time block, or I can go ahead and take a longer needed break or work on whatever else that I want to work on as a treat, I guess you can say. Now on the right-hand side, we have trash, we have template, and then we have need to reschedule. There's a few ways that you can actually handle the tasks that you've already completed. So one example is you can actually go ahead and open up wherever the task is, and once you're done with it, you can drag and drop it into trash. So that's one way to do it. You can go ahead and highlight the entire task and then backspace it until it's gone. Or you can actually go ahead and highlight the entire day, backspace, and delete it all. For template is basically a copy and paste of my categories and also any tasks that I want repeating every single day. So for example, under self-care is the same task list every single day. So I have that included in the template, but if there's anything that you want to add in here or anything you want to change, you're more than welcome to. And then if you have it as a repeating task every single day, I would actually go ahead and change it on the template itself. You can go ahead and right click on a template, go ahead and click on open inside Peak, go ahead and highlight the entire template and then right click it and then copy. And then you're going to go back to the day that you want to paste it under, right click and then paste. So then if you were to extend it out, it's the same exact template over and over and over again. And then self-care is going to be the same list. But you can alter this however you need to. You can actually change if you don't want it to say important, self-care, work, YouTube, blog. You can change this and customize it however you like in the template that you can download below. And needs to reschedule. So these are any tasks that I had scheduled in for the week but did not complete. So for example, let's say for today, let's say I don't do my 30 minutes of contrarian thinking, which is a course that I'm trying to complete. I would go ahead and click and drag this to needs to reschedule. You can see it highlighted here and drop it. And then if you were to toggle this open, you can see these are all of the items that you did not complete, but need to reschedule into either next week or so on and so forth. Or if it's not that important anymore, you can actually just place it under standby and just have it as a task that you eventually need to do. But it's beautiful because the way this all works is it's simple, it's sleek, you can toggle things open as needed. You can keep it very clean by closing all the toggles off. Once you download this exact Notion template by clicking on the link in my description below, you're more than welcome to change things as needed. You can change the days on here, you can change the categories. And also, a side note, I don't have Saturday and Sunday on here because being productivity related, I don't really touch on the weekend. But if you want to add in Saturday and Sunday, you're more than welcome to. All you have to do is just copy the entire day and then paste it on the side or at the bottom, and then you can organize this how you like. And if you want to see how and why I organize my Google Calendar the way it is, go ahead and click on the video right here. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below, and then also subscribe to my channel if you enjoy productivity and organization content. I'll see you next time. Bye!